we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. Be winning, keep grinding, it's just the beginning. Rap about they ain't living. Ain't no top boy, you gotta be kidding. Like Nike, I go get a check. Baby girl, watch your flex. Got your trees, she good for the TV on my up next. Can't wait till I caught me a Mozzie. On Cali, I feel like a different man. We got the pack, we delivering. I remember cold nights, I was shivering. Gotta go get the bag and no stopping me. Saying they know I'm a prodigy. Saying these be watching me. Got your trees in the spot, and I just hit 1 million views. So much better, I don't know what to do. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me Sue. I be dripping, they calling me Sue. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me Sue. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And some room to maneuver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there. But that totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw here. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Flex round. Ohio.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll set up a throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line...
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom!
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, Johnson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and sneak it here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. That's why the whole play got stuffed.
They run, Cook, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw. And incomplete here on third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This is fielded at the 27. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Meredith. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd down, Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. On line but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Steps away. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth. All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition. Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go!
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he's able to put it through. Carlson now to kick this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He's back to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's got daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Over the middle to Smith. And